Here we are with failed Nemo pump number 2. I was running this last night for 30 or 45 minutes, filling up a tank, and it stopped suddenly. I went and pulled it out within about 10 minutes, or I started testing the electrical within about 10 minutes of it shutting off. Probably had it pulled out within half an hour. It's high resistance, no amperage, no noises when you power it. I pulled this out last night, and last night this was not happening. The seal clearly pushing out here, which tells me that when I pulled this out, it was pressurized inside. It was not warm. Certainly was not hot. The water down there is quite cold. Of course, it could have been still warm and hot in there, and PVC not being a great conductor, I'm not sure. If the motor overheated, Nemo seems to think that the air in here could heat up enough to pop the seals, to pressurize it and pop the seals up. But I checked this last night, and this was not the case. I did not get to... It's full of water right now, which I don't know. I do not think that these seals were popped like this last night when I pulled it out, which to me would say that water leaked in somehow, pressurized it, under 40 feet of water, and then when I pulled it back out, back to atmospheric pressure, the air in there was, there was less pressure pushing in on it, and it was essentially pressurized compared to atmospheric pressure. So to me, it feels like this has leaked again, and then residual pressure has allowed it to pop out. But I'll take this one apart and see if I see anything different from last time. So first, I'm gonna check the wires. I'm gonna cut these off down here and see if they have any signs of moisture inside the wiring. I guess at this point it could have come up from there, but there's no corrosion on these guys, so I don't think it's water through the wires. Alright, these wires also look good, shiny, but who's to say if they just haven't corroded yet. So now I'm going to try and take the casing apart. If I remember correctly, this whole thing will pull out pretty easily since the sealant has failed. I'm having trouble pulling this out. I flipped the little condom up here. I'm having trouble pulling it out. The other one kind of pulled right out. I could twist it. This one is not that way. Yeah. So I don't know. Might cut the bottom off, get the water out of there, see what it looks like. Yeah. I just pulled on this gradually all the way around until it pulled out. It's the same story. Same nasty brown water. You'd think my well was acid, and same story with this guy. Just a ton of corrosion. I guess that's what that is. I don't think it's dirt. I don't know what to do anymore. Their product is unique, but obviously hinges on this sealant. The only way this isn't directly related to their seals just failing is if my power supply, according to them, if the power supply isn't putting out enough amperage, the motor can overheat, which you would think would just kill the motor. and you pull it out and you find burned up things. But perhaps the motor gets quite hot. The motor doesn't fail, but the air pocket in here heats up enough that it pressurizes this, which then pops the seals from the outside. That seems like it would have to be a ton of pressure to do that from 40 feet underwater. And then obviously when it cools off, it slurps water back in. That seems like a lot of things that can go wrong. I'm really not sure whether to buy that or not. But like I said, to my mind, if this thing did leak, water got in, and then you pull it up from underground or underwater, the air pocket in here would then be trying to expand against atmospheric pressure instead of the pressure that the water had squished that air pocket down into. And so you would see what I saw, which is the seals kind of expanding from that. Because again, I checked the seals last night when I pulled it out, and it seems like it was pressurized as of this morning, which I wouldn't expect to be the case in an instance with just temperature based. Yeah, so there's my autopsy. I might take this apart more. I don't really have the heart. $220 each. They helped me out a little bit on the last one, but still need water, right?